Welcome to Lesson 5 in Unit 6, Seeds, Sprouts, and Sunshine. In this lesson, students will work to answer the question, how do animals help flowers become fruits? In the previous lesson, students explored the idea the flowers become fruits. In this lesson, students will watch a video about pollination and model birds and insects pollinating their handmade flowers from the previous lesson. Students figure out that animals like insects, bats, and birds will pollinate flowers. Animals help flowers turn into fruits. This lesson will take approximately 1 day. Students will consider ways that plants and animals interact. First, ask students, what do you think causes a flower to make a fruit with seeds? Let students turn and talk to a partner and take some answers to share with the whole class. During the Explore portion of this lesson, if you have an outdoor native garden, you could visit it to have students observe real-life examples of pollinators visiting flowers. Watch the following video of a butterfly on a flower. Ask the class, what kinds of animals besides butterflies visit flowers? Why do animals visit flowers? Students may respond that they are getting nectar or pollen for food. Ask the class, bees, birds, and butterflies are examples of pollinators. How do the pollinators find a flower? Let students turn and talk, then share a few answers to the whole class. Students may not know yet that the flower's color and fragrance is what helps to attract them. In the Explain, ask the class, what do pollinators do when they visit flowers? The pollinators get food energy, and even though they don't intend to, they carry pollen from one flower to another. This causes a flower to be pollinated, and this will result in a fruit with seeds forming. This overall process is called pollination. So, pollinators help flowers make new plants. Pollinators are very important. Watch the pollination DVD with students. Pause during the video to have students discuss the different types of pollinators they are seeing. You could also play the following video to show more examples of pollinators and flowers. In the Elaborate, the hand puppets provided and the student-created flowers will be used as a model so that students can represent how animals help pollinate flowers. Alternatively, you could use silk flowers instead of the student-created ones. Using the puppets, have designated pollinators visit flowers around the classroom, carrying pollen from one to another. Here you can use the pony beads and have students grab the beads from the flowers with their puppets. You may want to point out that certain flowers attract certain types of animals. For example, butterflies prefer red and purple flowers that they can land on. Bees prefer sweet-smelling white, blue, or purple flowers. Flies prefer very stinky flowers. And hummingbirds prefer tube-shaped flowers. Bats like strong-smelling white flowers that open at night. Ladybugs prefer white or green flowers. Finally, ask the class, why are insects, especially bees, important for growing food? Have students draw insects or birds coming to flowers to help pollinate on their Pollinators and Flowers drawing sheet found on student page 14. Ask students, what did we figure out in this lesson that might help us describe the bean plant video from lesson 1? What new questions do we have? Pollinators would help the bean fruits or pods to form. The bean fruits would have the bean seeds inside. Pollinators like bees help us to get our food. In this lesson, students watched a video about pollination, then modeled birds and insects pollinating their handmade flowers. Students figured out that animals like insects, bats, and birds pollinate flowers. Animals help flowers turn into fruits. Next, students will consider everything they've learned about plant parts and apply this to how humans use plants.